coffee's pretty good today. Hey there, how are you doing? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, let's take a look at the cryptocurrency market and see what we're looking at. Well, we got $95.2 billion for our market cap. We got $3.2 billion traded in the last 24 hours. That's not bad. I mean, we're up from the 2 billion area, which is usually our low that we were looking at yesterday, but it's not as good as our all-time highs in the 5. We got 43.7% BTC dominance. We're climbing there. That's good. So as I sit here and look through the market real quick, I see a lot of sideways movement. So let's just run through this real quick so we can get the price out of the way, and then I'll take a moment and talk about what I'm thinking is going on with the market. We got BTC price coming in at 25.35. We got Ethereum at 253. We got Ripple coming in at 23.7 cents. We got Litecoin. Hey, look at that, up 5%. We're looking at $50.38. That's not bad. We got Ethereum Classic, $16.98. Not the greatest there. We got Dash, over $200. That's awesome. We're up 2% there, looking at $204. We got NEM, 15.7 cents. We're coming up 1.6% there. That's not that bad, though. I hold NEM personally, so I hope that they do some gains lately. I hope that sleeping giant wakes up. We got Monero coming in at $49.96. We're holding on around that $50 mark. That's not bad. We got Zcash coming in at $246. That's down 3.5%. And we got Steam. Hey, we got Steam back dollar coming in at $1.02. That's down 7.6%. That leads me to believe that maybe some of these, the fat's been trimmed from these cryptocurrency markets, and we're starting to look at the real value because the Steam back dollar is supposed to be pegged at $1. So us coming in at $1.02, I mean, that's right where it's supposed to be, right? Well, we got Steam coming in at $1.70. That's up 5%. That feels pretty good to me. I mean, it's over $1.50 mark, but a little under $2. I mean, they're growing over there, but there's a lot more room for growth, before we could actually see Steam up to, the $5 range. So, what are we looking at? I mean, I think that we're looking at that people in the cryptocurrency space, the guy's mowing. So we're looking at, the cryptocurrency space, and there's a lot of smart investors in there, right? I mean, that's why we're all here in cryptocurrency. We realize that this is going to be the money of the future. We realize that this is where we should be putting our money now so that it'll grow. And, smart people do what smart squirrels do. When, it's the middle of summer, you start putting away your nuts to look forward to winter so that you know that you're well off. So, I mean, here we are, with Bitcoin, and we are looking at potential contention going on. We have the user-activated soft fork. We have segregated 2x. We have, China support and segregated 2x. We have, all these different BIPs that could potentially see support or not see support. People are wondering exactly what's going to happen. And, I mean, the realistic answer is that nobody knows. I mean, this is a lot of code that's really untested on a network that's only 8 years old that is supporting, billions of dollars. So, I mean, of course, nobody wants to break it, which is what I keep saying, is that, I mean, at the end of the day, everyone's going to protect their bottom line. They're going to protect their dollar. So they're going to do what's best for Bitcoin, because what's best for Bitcoin is to keep it a store of value, which, I mean, we had the other day the Chinese authority saying, advisor, saying that it was, a store of value. I mean, we're not quite there to currency yet because, we're not capable of the fast transactions. The fees are too high. It needs to develop as a network, which is fine because that's still giving us, as early investors, more time to be able to collect Bitcoin. So, I mean, we don't really want to see the price of Bitcoin shoot up to $10,000 tomorrow because personally, I don't hold enough Bitcoin to want to see that price that high yet, right? I mean, I'd like at least another year or two in this to be able to start collecting it. At 2,500, the price is actually starting to get to be quite high, when you only work at, what I work at. So here we go. We have Bitcoin, escalating. It's becoming more adopted. I mean, from a year ago where I seen cryptocurrency to what I see cryptocurrency at now, I mean, there's a lot more adoption. I mean, like I said, I've had people in my life that aren't computer people who, really aren't into this kind of space or this stuff, say, hey, I've heard you post about Bitcoin, can you tell me a little more about that? And I mean, I've been reporting the news for a little over 5 months now, and as I can tell you from a daily hand report of reading and saying this stuff to you guys out there, that I mean, it's getting adopted everywhere. Not just places where they have financial problems like Venezuela and some of the South American countries. It's being adopted everywhere. I mean, Japan has helped done things to make it more accessible for their people. They've done fixes on their taxes, just like Australia. We see state legislation here in the United States working towards the adoption of Bitcoin and blockchain technology. And when they say blockchain technology, they're just saying Bitcoin. I mean, it's just Bitcoin technology being used in other ways to save them a buck with distributive ledgers. I mean, this is going to be the money of the future. And just because this is a potential time of contention that we're heading towards doesn't mean that you should be scared. It means that you should be a smart squirrel and that you should start figuring out which kind of nuts do you want to be storing and where should you be storing them at. Because I'm always saying that you gotta keep your money safe. You gotta keep your crypto safe. You can't leave it on an exchange. That stuff's getting hacked. People are trying to break in to that stuff with phishing scams all the time. And you never know. I mean, these are fly-by-night businesses sometimes. I mean, yes, some of the more recent exchanges have started standing up and trying to give them a credible name by when events happen, they're trying to stand behind their customers and pay people back. But eventually, at some point, there is going to be a hack or a scam or something tragic enough financially that they're not going to be able to stand behind it. And you don't want to be in the situation of, oh, they've done it before, so I've been investing my money and trusting them all along. And when they do go to wash up, that you're getting washed up with them. I mean, it's happened before, and it can happen again, right? So, you have to plan for your future. What do you believe in? Why do you believe in it? How are you going to keep it safe? And what do you need to do to make that happen and execute your plan? And that's the best thing you can do for your future. And that's what I'm trying to do here, is I'm just trying to plan my future and talk to you guys as ways to help not only keep you guys from avoiding scams like I got sucked into in the beginning, but also so that you guys can help educate me as well. I mean, there's only so much information that I can go out there and read. And I mean, as these followers count grow and we're coming closer to 1,500 on YouTube and 1,700 on Steemit, you guys are passing information along back to me, and I love it. I love it when you guys are telling me, hey, I think this about this coin, and I'm interested in this, and I'm getting heavily invested in this because I believe in the principle behind the white paper, specifically because of this or this. That's a great way for me to get firsthand knowledge of what's going on out there, that would take hours and hours of research, which I'm not really capable of always producing and doing, because I'm not a coder, first off, and then second off, I got a 9-to-5 job that leaves me tired at the end of the day. So, I mean, producing Bitcoin and coffee is a lot of my free energy. So, I mean, hopefully you guys love what I'm doing here, because I love doing it for you guys. And as always, if you like what's going on here on Bitcoin and Coffee, I need you to hit that subscribe button down there. I mean, it's getting bigger, and that's how we're going to get more people to find us here at Bitcoin and Coffee. And as more people go out there and find us here at Bitcoin and Coffee, we'll have more people down there in the comment section helping to answer each other's questions, to grow this community. There's always my free help desk service for anybody who's watching. It's eugeneforrest20@gmail.com. Just shoot me an email. I'll converse back and forth with you and see what I can do to help you, figure out what you're trying to figure out or what you got going on or whatever the situation may be. And like I say, if it's beyond me, I probably know somebody. I'll help hook you up. I'll get you in touch with the person, or I'll talk to them directly and get you an answer. That's what this is all about, is we need to grow cryptocurrency by putting it out there in a positive light and helping everybody network together to be able to grow cryptocurrency, right? So, as always, I have affiliation codes down there to help you guys save 3% at Genesis Mining, and that's a great way to support the channel. If you're not a member of Steemit, you gotta go over there and get that free crypto, right? And upvote my post. It's one of the best things you can do for me. It's no money out of your pocket, and it's a great way to help support the channel. Because we're growing and I'm trying to get better equipment. The sound, awesome, right? The sound's getting better. I'm working on the mic. I'm working on some more things. I got a light set ordered here, even though I think the lighting's getting better right now at this moment. And as always, there's a list of links down there to help you grow your Steam posts and make it look better. There's links down there to help you avoid scams. There's all kinds of tools down there to help you monitor the BTC network and other cryptocurrencies. There's a list of wallets on how to keep your cryptocurrency safe. And I want to give a shout out to my friend Sasha. He has started his own YouTube channel out there, and I got to give him props for that. That is awesome. So I think you guys should go over there and check that out. I'm going to put a link for that down there in the description below. He's been a big supporter of this channel, and I'd like you guys to go over and support his channel as well. I'm sure that he has good, valuable information that he can pass along to you guys. He's heavily invested in Genesis mining, so I mean, he has a lot more information on that than I do. He also has a different take on some cryptocurrency opinions. So, I mean, you always have to look at everything with open eyes from across the board, and maybe he can help you guys do that as well, too. So, I'll put a link to that down there below. And as always, guys, remember, keep your cryptocurrency safe.